erosion of this gully wall as a result of the collapse of the wall itself. And the banking is being eroded and these buildings are being compromised. They have many children here. Some of them are children with disabilities. Some of them are attending school and they are at risk from the current situation. So I'm calling on the Prime Minister to address this.
And so I just want to put that out there for everyone who may be expecting a free-for-all. There will be no free-for-all in the dispensation and distribution of public resources.
Welcome back to the channel, my people. So in this video, Prime Minister Andrew Holness addresses recovery benefits as it pertains to those who are affected by Beryl, the hurricane that has recently hit Jamaica 2 days ago. And here's what he said, my people. He says that they're planning to put a system in place where transparency, accountability can be strictly adhered to. And even though it's an emergency, he still wants to ensure all of that. But take in what I'm saying, my people, and then we try to break it down a little bit.
In the past, there has been a less than structured way in the delivery of emergency relief. And that has led to criticisms about the transparency, even accusations of political bias in the dispensation and distribution of relief to needy citizens. It would be a real travesty if such criticisms were made, having regard to our track record in COVID, where we distributed the largest care package in the history of Jamaica, and there has not even been one complaint about any form of political bias. So I want to assure Jamaica that whatever we do, there must be systems of accountability and transparency. There is a culture that is deeply embedded in some of our people where there is the expectation that public resources should just be given and there shouldn't be any system and process of accountability. Now, I understand that we are in an emergency, but an emergency does not suspend the need for accountability and transparency. So even in an emergency situation, there will be a process. And I'm saying this for the benefit of the members of parliament, of the technical officers in the ministry, and for the beneficiaries themselves who will be eagerly awaiting the public benefit. We don't intend to be called up in parliament by the specified authorities to say that funds were not spent in accordance with the law. Then we are accused of being corrupt, with no mention that there was an emergency, and so we don't intend to go down that road. So there will be a process for any benefit, no matter how small it is, that will be given in a relief package, which means that anyone receiving a benefit must put their signature down for it. There must be a valid ID for it or somebody to vouch for the identity of the person. So whatever the government allocates, we must be able to trace every cent to the beneficiary. It mustn't end up in anyone else's pocket who was not the intended beneficiary. Now, these things may add layers to the process and it may take time, but it is absolutely important for the stability and strengthening of our democracy and accountability that this be done. And so I just want to put that out there for everyone who may be expecting a free-for-all. There will be no free-for-all in the dispensation and distribution of public resources in the relief process.
And while he said all of that in that video, my people, didn't Nigel speak of these type of things where emergencies, hurricane, earthquakes and all of that, they have money reserved? So why not? My question is, why not set up the sites them in each parish, or should I say in each constituency? Set up a tent. I believe that the assessment should wrap up no later than this weekend, and that the people should be getting some form of benefits by now and Monday coming, my people. No time for delay. Right, my people? No time for delay. The people on the ground are hardly hit, especially in the parishes of St. Elizabeth, St. James, Hanover, and a few others. So those people who lost practically everything, you understand, should be getting some benefits no later than Monday, and I put it at Monday, my people. No time for delay. Get what needs to be set up and put in place over the weekend. Sites supposed to be out in every constituency, or especially in the constituencies that are hardly hit, and people start to get benefits no later than Monday. When you're talking in the comment section, my people, and tell me if you agree with me, yes or no. Seeing that, due to the fact there is another tropical wave out there, my people, and that tropical wave is east of Jamaica. The tropical wave is expected to move across Jamaica later today and be west of the island by Saturday. The tropical wave is producing a large area of showers and thunderstorms as it moves across the central Caribbean and is expected to influence unstable weather across the island throughout this period. Furthermore, due to the recent rainfall from Hurricane Beryl, the resulting ground saturation, flooding, and landslides are very likely still, my people. And remember that we are still in the hurricane season. The hurricane season basically just started since June the 1st and has a long stretch till November the 30th, my people. And as I was saying before, no time for delay. The people who are hardly or who were hardly hit needs the benefit and resources ASAP, right? Because the hurricane season is far from over. And last but not least, in this segment, we see in the opposition leader Mark Golding calling out Prime Minister Andrew Holness as it pertains to a collapsed gully wall that has occurred since November of 2023 in his constituency, and it has affected the entire community. It's a danger hazard, and the same is also a hazard to the Mustard Seed Children's Home that houses over 30 disabled children. And with the heavy rainfall since the Beryl hurricane, it is in a deplorable condition still. And so Mark Golding is calling on Prime Minister Andrew Holness to put plans in place to sort out this gully wall and to remove all of these, debris, garbage, and so on and so forth.
Okay, it's Friday, 2 days after the passage of Hurricane Beryl, and I'm here actually at the premises of the Mustard Seed communities, to the rear of their premises, where, as you can see, the gully wall has been severely compromised and has collapsed. Now, this did not happen in Hurricane Beryl. This happened in November 2023, but nothing was done. And as a result of all the debris that's accumulated in the gully, with the heavy rains of Beryl, the communities got flooded out. I've just toured the community on the other side of this, where many people live. And you will see pictures or videos that we took of the conditions there. And this is all as a result of the water not being able to pass along the gully freely, backing up and coming over the gully bank into the community. It's absolutely critical. It's absolutely critical that this gully be cleaned and that the necessary remedial works to restore the gully wall be done. But that may take a little time, but the cleaning of the gully must be done now because we're expecting more weather and we're just at the beginning of the hurricane season. And it's completely the responsibility of the state to ensure that the gully is clean so that the water can run freely and the community next door is not flooded again. And they're fearful that this will happen. They're very resourceful people. I've met with them and they've done their very best to mitigate the effects that they've felt from the flooding. But, if it is to be repeated and repeated, it will be very disheartening and dangerous for them. So I'm really calling on the Prime Minister. This is his constituency we're in, to get this gully cleaned so this community is protected from flooding. And the wall needs to be restored. This has been a situation since last November and is causing unnecessary danger to the community around here. And of course, Mustard Seed itself, they have buildings that are under threat from the erosion of this gully wall as a result of the collapse of the wall itself. And the banking is being eroded and these buildings are being compromised. They have many children here. Some of them are children with disabilities. Some of them are attending school and they are at risk. from the current situation. So I'm calling on the Prime Minister to address this promptly. And, you know, not because the community next door may not be supportive of the government politically. That's irrelevant. You know, these are Jamaican citizens who deserve to be protected from this kind of mismanagement of public resources that has resulted in this staying in this condition despite Beryl coming. Thank you.
So I want to hear from one of my people talk up and tell me what you think about all the topics that was touched on in this video. Tell me what you think of what the Prime Minister is saying, my people, when people really need the help right now, need the help urgently in an emergency situation like this, and more tropical waves are coming one behind the other, my people. We're still active in the hurricane season. Also, my people, reach out in the comment section and make me know where you're at and if you have sustained any form of damages or what's going on in your community. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Returning subscribers, big up on yourself. New subscribers, welcome on board. New viewers, like up the videos, share out the videos, support the channel, subscribe. My people, as you comment on the videos, like and share them out. Get this video to at least 3,000 likes, my people. We want that one you spread wide and far. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.